Yesterday was the most boring day in politics in all of American history. First, it was another 10 hours of impeachment hearings, followed by another Democratic presidential debate. It was hosted by MSNBC and moderated by these four individuals. Such a diverse group. The joke just writes itself. Do I even need to say it? Only one guy? Joe Biden got off to a pretty slow start because, well, he's old and it's past his bedtime, of course.
Well, look, the next president of the United States is going to have to do two things. Defeat Donald Trump, that's number one. And number two, he's going to have to be able to, anyway.
It was back in January of this year, 10 months ago, that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez alerted the world that we have just 12 years left to go. And while math is not my strong point, I've calculated that in January of 2020, that brings us down to only 11 years. But at the debate last night, Bernie Sanders said that we're down to only 8 or maybe 9 years.
We don't have decades. But the scientists are telling us that we don't get our act together within the next 8 or 9 years. We're talking about cities all over the world, major cities going underwater. We're talking about increased drought, talking about increased extreme weather disturbances. The United Nations is telling us that in the years to come, there are going to be hundreds of millions of climate refugees.
Well, we know how much Democrats love immigration from third world countries, so I'm surprised that Bernie Sanders hasn't come out to support global warming. Andrew Yang actually qualified for the debate again because there's a lot of morons out there who support him, thinking that if he becomes president, that they're just going to get free money.
It's time for Who Do You Trust? Hubba, 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 money, money, money. Who do you trust? Me? I'm giving away free money. And where is the Batman? He's at home, washing his tights.
Sadly, Eric Swalwell was not at the debate because he dropped out of the race some time ago, but he does have a seat at the impeachment hearings, where he's bringing the country some much-needed joy in these difficult times.
On Ukraine, you said that you were playing the hand you were dealt. President Trump was the dealer, wasn't he?
My good friend and sponsor of this YouTube channel, Tom Steyer, was at the debates, however, and brought some much-needed comedic relief and was virtually laughed off stage.
If you want to pass all of the progressive policies that everyone on this stage wants, I'm the person who can do it.
Thank you, Mr. Steyer.
I have spent a decade trusting the American people.
Thank you, Mr. Steyer.
I'm asking you to trust me.
Thank you.
Congresswoman Gabbard, go ahead.
Since these are the best candidates that the Democrats could come up with, and none of them really has a chance against President Trump, that's why we're hearing rumblings that Michael Bloomberg may throw his hat in the ring.
Oh, you know what? We're going to lose the election.
Even Barack Obama publicly warned the candidates that they're going far too off into left field. But don't worry, Democrats. Former Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick has just announced that he is now running.
Hi, everyone. I'm Deval Patrick. I used to be governor of Massachusetts, but that's not where I started. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I lived there with my grandparents, my mother and sister, and our grandparents' 2-bedroom tenement, some of that time on welfare.
This is not a parody, by the way. This man really is the former Democrat governor of Massachusetts, and he really did just announce that he's getting into the race. We don't call it a circus for nothing, but behind the laughs is a gigantic and monstrous machine that needs to be talked about in a serious manner. And that's why I wrote my new book, The Liberal Media Industrial Complex, which I guarantee you're going to be surprised how good it is when you get it. So order it in paperback on Amazon.com by clicking the link in the description below, or download the ebook onto your tablet from any of the major ebook stores. And a big thanks to everybody who's already made the book a tremendous success. And of course, Brian Stelter did not accept the bet because he knew he would lose, because we pushed it to number 2 on Amazon's bestseller list when it came out last week. So head on over to Amazon.com or click the link in the description below and check it out!